Jonah, God's prophet.
One day, Jonah was busy minding his own business when he heard a voice speaking to him. He looked all around, but there was no one nearby, not next to him, and not speaking from a window above him. Jonah thought that it must be God who was speaking to him. Jonah listened really hard so he would be ready to do whatever God wanted him to do. God said,
Jonah, go to Nineveh. Tell the people that I'm really unhappy about the way they are living. They are mean to others. They take things and hurt people. If they don't stop, I'm going to destroy their city.
Jonah listened, and he thought, and then he went to the harbor and bought a ticket on a boat to Tarshish. That's the complete opposite direction from Nineveh. Jonah thought he would run away to a place that God couldn't find him. You know how that worked out for him.
As the ship sailed along, God sent a big wind and a storm of rain.
The ship was tossed around and the sailors were afraid. They threw cargo overboard to make the ship lighter and easier to control, but it didn't help. They prayed to their gods, the gods of the sea and the gods of the rain and the wind. That didn't help either. Finally, Jonah came onto the deck and told the sailors that he thought perhaps the storm was because of him. The sailors yelled,
Who are you? What have you done?
Jonah told them that he was a Hebrew and that he worshiped the Lord, the one God who made heaven and earth and sea and land. Then he told them that he was running away from God. The sailors yelled at Jonah,
Are you crazy? You're going to get us all drowned.
So Jonah told them to throw him into the sea. The sailors didn't want to do that. They tried hard to row the ship toward shore, but they couldn't make it. Finally, they prayed to the Lord, the one God who made heaven and earth, and then they threw Jonah overboard. The storm stopped at once. They were amazed, and they promised to worship only God. Meanwhile, Jonah was in the water, but God sent a big fish to find him, and the fish swallowed Jonah right up. Jonah was pretty scared. Then Jonah settled down and prayed to God. He remembered that God was the God of everything and every place, and he prayed that he would remember to serve God. Jonah was inside the fish for 3 days. Then the big fish spit Jonah out onto the beach.
God spoke to Jonah again and told him to go to Nineveh. This time, Jonah nodded his head and went to Nineveh.
Jonah went to the king of Nineveh. He told him that God was going to destroy the city because the king and the people were mean and evil. The king listened to Jonah. He believed Jonah and decided they should all change the way they behaved. The king put everyone in itchy clothes. He told everyone to go to fast, to stop eating, and to try to think about God and to be sorry, and how they should change their ways. The king did those things too. The king said, maybe God will forgive us and not destroy our city.
And that's just what happened. God saw what they did and was glad. God forgave them and let them try again. Now, this change of plans did not please Jonah one bit. He folded his arms and scowled.
You see, he said, this is why I didn't want to come to Nineveh in the first place. I was just sure that you would end up forgiving all these horrible people. God said,
Whoa, wait a minute. Why do you get to be angry about this?
But Jonah turned around and stuck his nose in the air and stomped out of the city. He went way up on a hill and sat down to watch and see what would happen next. God made a plant grow next to Jonah. It was a vine that had broad leaves, and it gave Jonah shade from the hot sun. Jonah was really happy to have that plant. But then God sent a worm crawling along the ground. The worm ate the stem of the plant so that it dried up and fell over. Then God sent a hot wind to blow, and the sun beat down. Jonah moaned and groaned and held his head. He said that it was all so miserable, he would be better off dead. God said to Jonah,
You feel sorry that the vine died, even though it wasn't yours. You didn't plant it, or take care of it, or tend it. Here is Nineveh, full of people that I created and whom I love. They haven't been thinking about me and have been miserable and unhappy and evil. Shouldn't I feel sorry for them? Shouldn't I love them even more than you loved that plant? Now you have helped to remind them of me, and they want to think about me now and be better people. Shouldn't I want to forgive them?
And that is how the story of Jonah ends, with Jonah sitting beside the dried up plant with his arms folded, thinking about what God has said.
All right, everyone stand up behind the table, and we're going to recite our memory verse.
Put the rocks down.
No, keep them up. 1 John 9. If we confess our sins, our God, who is faithful and just, will forgive our sins and cleanse us from all wrongdoing.